So I have to start with speed, time, and distance for CUET. This being an important part of the aptitude. So expected minimum 2 to 3 questions from this area. Hello, Quantitative.
Hello, sir.
We're starting the speed and distance for CUET. And let me start with the very first formula. Distance is equal to speed into time. So this will touch the topic also a little, and that give you the idea also how we basically teach in the classes, how the topics are being covered, right? So distance is equal to speed multiplied by time. And the different ways of expressing the same relationship will also come in handy while solving problems in this section. So when we call distance is equal to speed into time, that also implies speed is equal to distance divided by time, or time is equal to distance divided by speed. So I hope that is clear to you both. And talking in general, speed and time have an inverse relationship. We simply mean over here, inverse relation is that if you're traveling to a place and you suddenly decide that you want to move at double the original speed, what should happen to your time? If you basically double your speed, your time should become half. So if you do speed into 2, your time shall become divided by 2. That is what you mean by inverse relation. So if basically you double your speed, time is halved. So if you make your speed 3 times, time will become 1/3, and so on. So speed and time have an inverse relation. So if you increase the speed, the time will decrease. If you decrease the speed, the time will increase, and so on. Moving further on this another formula. Average speed when the time traveled happens to be same. That is, the time for which you travel at different speeds happens to be same. Then the average speed is equal to x plus y divided by 2. Let's take an example. If I say for 2 hours, you travel at the rate of 60 km per hour, and for 2 hours, you travel at the speed of 40 km per hour, what should be your average speed? Can you all answer? Because the time for which you travel at different speeds is the same, average speed will simply be the arithmetic mean of the two, which is the sum of the terms divided by number of terms. So average speed becomes 50 kilometers per hour. I hope that is clear to you, every one of you. People do keep responding in the chat box.
Yes.
Is that fine, Mayank, Sania, Konjati, Roshan, and Sujita? That's good, Roshan. So either you can respond with a thumbs up or you can write in the chat box. Thank you so much, Mayank. What about you, Sania? Then after that, another formula, just read this one and try and understand. When the distance traveled is same, average speed is equal to 2uv divided by u plus v. So basically, if you go to a place at a speed of 20 km per hour and you return back at the speed of 30 km per hour, so what shall become your average speed? The people, because you have gone to the same place and came back, the average speed will be equivalent to the formula which is there in front of you. 2 into 20 into 30 divided by 20 plus 30. So 2 into 20 into 30 divided by 50 people. It is 4 into 3 into 2. Speed becomes 24 kilometers per hour. Clear, everyone? Anyone having any doubt up to this stage can ask. Kunjati Roshan has understood it. Yes. Mayank, Sujita, Sania. Sujita gets that. Mayank gets that. Yes, Sania.
Yes, sir.
Now, people, let's solve this first question over here. Do it. Try this question. Walking at 5/6 of his usual speed, Mikey reached his destination 10 minutes late. Find his usual time to reach the destination. No problem, Mayank. Just try that. No worries, Mayank. You're doing it for the first time. Nothing to worry. Let everyone try, then I'll explain this. Try and apply the basic formula. Distance is equal to speed multiplied by time. Let the initial speed be equal to s and time be equal to t. Let's see, Quantitative Roshan. People, if we take speed as s kilometer per hour, time as t hours, so one equation will be s into t. What will be the other equation, people? Walking at 5/6 of s. So 5 by 6s multiplied with t plus 10 by 60. 60 is only below 10, and why I divided it by 60? Can anyone tell me that? People, we took the speed in kilometers per hour and the time in hours.
Sir,
So
seconds.
yeah, so we basically not seconds but hours. So we are basically equating the distance. If you move at the original speed, you are supposed to take t time. So s into t should be equal to 5/6 into t plus, we can cancel 0, 1/6. Now s will be cancelled here. You can take 6 on that side by cross multiplying. 6t is equal to 5t plus 5/6, or t is equal to 5/6 hours. People, how do you convert hours into minutes? You multiply it by 60. So what shall become your answer? Answer is 50 minutes. So people, 50 minutes is your answer. Yes, Mayank, is it clear now? Sanya, have you got that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Sujita, is it fine with you now?
Yes, sir.
Great. Roshan has already answered it. Mayank has got that. You have understood. Following that, people, try this question. I hope you all will be able to answer it. Very good. 2 answers have come. Everyone try that. I already explained the formula. For some of you who joined late, people, just read this one. So people, here is a question you were doing. Three answers have come now. So people, he goes from Chandigarh to Delhi at the speed of 40. He returns at 60. So 2 into U into V divided by U plus V. So people, 2 into 40 into 60 divided by 40 plus 60, that is 100. So just cancel the 2 zeros. 2 into 4 into 6. Answer is 48. Sania, Sujita, and Mayank gets that. I hope that's clear to you, Conchita Roshan. Answer this question, which seems slightly lengthy. Let's see how you guys try it. Try this. Getting any idea? If you all find difficult, I'll start explaining immediately. If you're trying, you can wait for some time. Okay, Roshan, let's see. So when he walks at the speed of 12 kmph, reaches a railway station 10 minutes after the train has departed. Now, if instead he had walked at a speed of 15 km/h, he would have reached the destination station 10 minutes before the train's departure. The distance from his home to the railway station. So people, what is the difference in the two timings when he reaches the station? Can you guys tell me that? Once he is late by 10 minutes as the train has departed and he has reached 10 minutes later. And secondly, he reaches 10 minutes before. So what will be the difference in the two timings when he reaches the station?
He walked 15 km/h.
My question is different. My question is, once he is late by 10 minutes, once he is 10 minutes early, so what is the difference in the two timings when he reaches the station?
So time is same, no?
If the train departs at 4 o'clock, when he reaches in the first case, 4:10. When he reaches in the second case, 350. So what is the difference in the two timings when he reaches the station?
20 minutes.
20 minutes. This is precisely what my question is. Once he is late by 10 minutes, second time he is early by 10 minutes. So there is a gap of 20 minutes. Why? Because earlier he traveled at the rate of 12 and now he traveled at the rate of 15. So if I take the distance to be D, distance traveled at 12 kilometer is the time taken. Distance by speed is the time. Distance traveled at the rate of 15 kilometer, it is distance divided by speed is the second time. And the difference in the two timings is 20 by 60 hours. Because we took both the speeds in terms of kilometers per hour. So there is a gap of 20 by 60 hours. So we try and solve the left hand side by taking the LCM as 60, 12 5s are 60, 15 4s are 60 is equal to 20 by 60 on the right hand side already. We cancel this 60 over here. D is equal to. So distance between his home and the station is 20 kilometers. Anyone having any doubt can please ask. So because both the times he has to travel the same distance, but his speeds are different. So we took distance divided by speed, time taken, difference divided by speed, time taken, and the difference of the two timings is already known to us. It is 20 minutes. Sania, very good, you answered that. So we just solved D by 12 minus D by 15 is equal to 20 by 60. So we solved and found D to be 20. Clear, everyone? If you have any doubt, people, you can ask. Is 20 clear to everyone? Sujita, Roshan, Mayank, Sania? That's good, KR. That's good, Mayank. That's good, Sujita. Now, a relative speed, people. People just read what is written on screen, then I'll explain. Clear, people? So when two objects are moving in the same direction, then their relative speed is the difference between the two speeds. And when two objects are moving in the opposite direction, the relative speed is the sum of the two speeds. Let me just give you a hint. Say you and your friend start from the same position. Say this one. You are traveling at the speed of 50 kilometers per hour. Your friend is traveling at the speed of 40 kilometers per hour. So what will happen after 1 year, after 1 hour, people? After 1 hour, he will be precisely 10 kilometers ahead of you, right? Because you will be ahead by him from 10 kilometers because you traveled 50, your friend traveled 40. So you have relatively traveled 10 kilometers extra. Right, your friend has traveled 10 kilometers extra, so his relative speed is 10 kilometers per hour. Is it clear? When two objects move in the same direction, the relative speed is their difference. And similarly, if I take another example, say one is here, another is here, one person traveling this way, another is traveling this way. So if you have traveled 50 kilometers per an hour, your friend has traveled 40, both of you are coming closer by how many kilometers an hour, people? You traveled 50, your friend traveled 40. So you're coming closer by 90 kilometers per hour. So when two objects are moving in the opposite direction, then their relative speed is the sum of the two speeds. And when they move in the same direction, their relative speed is the difference of the two speeds. I hope everyone is clear now. Right, so people, after that, read this point, which is a very basic for the questions based upon trains. Read it, people, and understand it. So people, when a train crosses a stationary man, a signpost, a pole, or a lamp post, that is basically the objects which have negligible length, but it actually travels is just its own length. So people, if the train is here, and you have to find after how much time train will be here. Now, this is position 1 of the train. This is position 2 of the train. So people, if the train has to reach from position 1 to position 2, what the train has actually traveled? Hello, Sudhanshu. So if the train is at position 1, it has to reach at position 2. What the train has actually traveled? It has only and only traveled its own length. This is what the point is precisely saying, that when the train is to cross a stationary man or a lamp post or a signpost, the distance traveled is equal to the length of the train, basically. Whereas if the train has to cross, an object which has some measurable length, say train is here, and you have to find after how much time the train will reach here. Here, people, if this is P1 and second is P2, what the train has actually traveled? The train has actually traveled its own distance, its own length, plus the length of the bridge or the object. So in that case, the total distance traveled by the train is the length of the train plus length of the object. So these two things to remember. When the train is covering a man or a signpost or a pole or any object which has negligible length, the distance traveled is equal to length of the train. But if it crosses a platform, a bridge, a tunnel, anything which has some measurable significant length, then the total distance traveled by the train is the length of the train plus length of the object. Clear this, everyone? The theoretical portion for the train questions. Very good, KR. Yes, Mayank, Sujita, Sanya, Sudhanshu. Sudhanshu, are you getting that? You joined late, so I hope
Yes,
you are
sir.
great. So people try this question. इस क्वेश्चन को एक बार होल्ड करते हैं, अभी नहीं ट्राई करते. दिस विल बिकम स्लाइटली कॉम्प्लेक्स. पहले मैं एक और क्वेश्चन पूछता हूं आपसे. आंसर दैट. A 300-meter long train will take how much time to cross standing pole when the train is traveling at the rate of 54 kilometers per hour? Answer this question first. So different answers have come 5, 5.5, 20. So people 54 kilometers per hour. First of all, an important point I thought some of you might be knowing. Can any one of you tell me how to convert a speed from kilometer per hour to meter per second?
By multiplying it by 5 on 18.
Very good, very good. What I wanted to hear precisely. People, 5 by 18 is nothing like magical over here. She knows this is very good. It is just, I'm asking how to convert a speed from kilometer per hour to meter per second. We know 1 kilometer has 1000 meters and 1 hour has 3600 seconds. So when you convert from kilometer per hour to meters per second, the direct method is you basically multiply it by 5 by 18. It just reduces your calculations a little. So 54 kilometer per hour is the speed, which when you convert in meters per second, people, it becomes 15 meters per second. 15 meters per second means you can travel 15 meters in 1 second. Now the train has to travel a total of 300 meters. So time is equal to distance divided by the speed. So it shall be equal to 20 seconds. So 20 seconds is your answer. Sania gets that right. Sudhanshu made a mistake. Right. And even KR made a mistake. How come you guys get 5 seconds?
So I have not converted that kilometer into seconds. That's why.
But even then your answer, whichever unit you get, you shouldn't be able to get 5. It should be something else. Some calculation mistake also probably you made. So people, the answer is 20 seconds. I hope that's clear to you now. Sudhanshu, KR. Sania already gets that. Mayank, are you clear about it? Sujita? Okay. Now people try the question written on screen. Right, people, this is a little tough question. Little tough, but you can expect this kind of a question in CUET. Okay, let's see. Only KR has answered it. So people mind it. 600-meter train traveling at 80. How much time to cross? A man sitting in another train, which is 400-meter long, is running at 64 kilometers in the opposite direction. Okay, Mayank has also answered. Let's see. So people here, so this is one train. This is another train. Here is the man. You have to answer after how much time the blue train will be from position P1 to P2, whereas the man is sitting in pink train. Now, people, very importantly, when you started counting the time, now some of you were thinking that the answer could be data inadequate as we don't know where the man is sitting. But mind it, position of the man is insignificant here because you will start counting the time from that moment onwards as soon as the blue train starts crossing the man. And you will stop counting the time as soon as the blue train has crossed the man. So position of the man in the pink train is immaterial. So what actually the distance is equal to the length of the blue train basically, which is 600 meters. Now, because the man is sitting in a train which is also traveling, so the speed in totality needs to be taken relative. The blue train is traveling at the rate of 80 kilometers per hour. The pink is traveling at the rate of 64. So they are basically traveling at a relative speed of 144 kilometers per hour. Very good, Sujita. Which you can convert and get as 40 meters per second. Now 40 meters per second is the relative speed.
Is it 15 seconds?
Exactly. So divided by 40 gives you 15 seconds. I think almost everyone has got the answer now. Sujita has typed, KR has already given. Mayank, is it clear now? Sudhanshu and Sania, is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. People answer would have been how much if it was in how much time the train will cross another train only. If it was to cross a train only, what would have been the answer in this case? So people, if the train was to cross a train only, what would have been the answer in that case? I hope you all are trying. Relative speed you have already found. So just the distance traveled will change. Yes, distance will be increased now because the train has to travel, has to cross the train only now. Concept I already gave you. So basically, I have removed these words. A 600-meter long train running at 80 will take how much time to cross another train, which is 400 meters long and running at 64 kmph in the opposite direction? That's right, Mayank. That's right, Sujita. Answers other also. Quick, quick, quick. Sania, Sudhanshu. That's right, Sania. Yes, Sudhanshu. Now just the distance traveled will become 1000. So answer shall become 25. Our relative speed we have already found, no changes in that. 144 into 5 by 18, 40 meters per second, 600 by 1000 by 40 is 25 seconds. Answer this question, people. Apply your common sense mode. Forget about the concept here. Maybe you are able to get it quickly. Try this. No, man, just think a little more. Try people. The train which started earlier, firstly bring both the trains at the same time. What will be the distance between the two trains at the same point of time? Then go to the relative speed portion. Think. That could be right, Sania. $5:70, 6 a.m. A train starts from here at 50. 7 a.m. a train starts from here at 80. Now people, because the train from here started at 6 a.m. So at 7 a.m. it will travel 50. And the gap between the two will be 520. Is everyone able to understand this 520 people? By the time second train has started, first train would have covered it 50 kilometers. Now, people, it's still going at the rate of 50. It's coming at the rate of 80. Now they are coming closer by 130 kilometers an hour, 50 plus 80. In case of opposite direction, the relative speed is their sum. So how many more hours they will take? They will take 4 more hours, and it is already 7 a.m. So at what time will they meet? They will meet at 11 a.m. Sania gets that. Mayank, it is clear for you now. Yes, Sudhanshu, KR, Sujita. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, people say you doing this question for the first time, you're not able to solve it. Let me think in pure equation terms. If I say, let me assume after T hours of the first train, they meet. So can I say the first train would have traveled how much in this time? The first train would have traveled 50 T. Are you with me? 50 kilometer per hour is its speed, and it has traveled for T hours. Now, can I say that means the second train would have traveled for T minus 1 hour? Because it started 1 hour later than the first train. Now the distance traveled by the first train plus distance traveled by the second train should be equal to the total distance between them, as both the trains are meeting. So people, this becomes how much? Opening it up, 130 T minus 80 is equal to 570. You solve this and get 130 T is 650. T is equal to 5. Now people, here we assumed that after T hours of the first train, it comes out to be 5 hours. So you need to add 5 hours in 6 a.m. to get your answer as 11 a.m. People, I hope everyone is clear about this from the equation method also. Thank you so much, KR. Yes, Mayank, Sujita, Sania, Sudhanshu. Now people, after that, just last 3-4 minutes for the post which you all are here. These could be a life-changing 3-4 minutes, people. So I suggest everyone to stay. So people, let's do it in terms of the preparation for CUET, people. With faith and smiling face, you are almost there, people. What about Hitbullseye, people? A lot of students with all India rank 100 with us from the online classroom preparation we have been doing for the last 5-6 years. More than 200 students for BBA and law results, 300 plus students for VAT and PI registrations, and one-to-one faculty interactions whenever it is required, and students feel the comfort when they interact with faculty directly. People, what you should be doing ideally, you should start attempting some mock test question papers to examine your level in the beginning, then start to learn basics from scratch through our live classes, and then going through the ebooks, going through the concept videos and attending the live classes so that you are able to get the concept thoroughly. The same way as we did time, speed and distance today, then solving the pre-assessment test and doing the practice of the content learned in the classes so that you can do each and every concept and each and every question with your own hands. And finally, performing the sectional analysis as well. And people, when you attend the classes, in case after practicing, you feel that you are lacking in certain things, you have been made available the recordings of the live lectures as well, which you can go through so that you can attempt the questions of those of your own. People, this is the faculty team at Hitbullseye. You can see myself on the left-hand side. My name is Harinder. I'm head of the department for Quant, DI and Reasoning over here. Then there is Preeti ma'am, Rajiv Markande sir, the head of the verbal department, Deepak Dureja sir from Quant, Kurana sir, Manish sir, Tamoshi ma'am is there, Pranav sir is here, Jyotpreet ma'am is there. They all are experienced faculty members, and their experience varies from 5 years to up to 30 years of experience in teaching the students for the various competitive papers. People, these are the kind of results we have been getting in 2021 for the different courses. I am Indore results. So Jasmine Mangat, CLAT All India rank 23, ILAT rank 1 for DU, LLB. Hema Simha, IPM at Indore, All India rank 3. Shubham, All India rank 6. Shriya, All India rank 16. Rushil, All India rank 37. Riddhi, AILAT, All India rank 55. And it could be you next, people. And talking specifically about the CETT or the law courses, people, the batches are commencing from 18th of April. The number of classes will be 2 to 3 classes per day from Monday to Saturday. The time slots are fixed. It will be 10 to 11:30, 11:45 to 1:15. So a break of 15 minutes in between. And then 2 to 3:30, a break of 45 for the lunch time here. So 2 to 3 classes per day you will be getting. The outline of the syllabus will be for CET and CUET and other exams. So the basic aptitude, you should be doing maths, DI and reasoning 21 lectures, verbal 15 lectures, GK current affairs 12 lectures, and GK static we are going to have 15 lectures. People, the link for joining the course is here, which I am sharing with you all in the chat box, so that when you want, you can note it down, and people, you can get it at a very, very special price of 9999, people. So the resources I have mentioned, the classes I have mentioned. So people, any doubt or query in the mind of any one of you, you are more than welcome to ask it. Yes, Sudhanshu, starting with you. Any doubt or query about the classes or the syllabus or anything? Sania, any doubt or query if you have in mind?
No, sir.
Sujita, any doubt or query if you have in mind?
No, sir.
Yes, KR, Konjiti Roshan, any doubt or query?
सर
Yes.
सर CUET के अलावा बाकी सब भी होगा ना?
हाँ जी, it depends. If you're joining only for CUET, that is one thing. But as we prepare for all UG exams, which include IP, Math, CLAT, law, so it depends upon the course you choose for. You want to focus which exam?
Sir, all, I think.
Yes, if you wish all, you just buy the course for all, which includes the IM programs also, which are integrated programs in management. I hope you know that. which is which are 5-year courses, you can opt for that.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. All right, people, then thank you so much, everyone. Wishing all of you all the very, very best, and may God give you admission in your dream school, wherever you want to go. All the very, very best, people. Thank you so much, everyone.